Yo, what's going on YouTube? Thanks for tuning into another video. You guys can go ahead and call me Steven. Today we're playing some Call of Duty Modern Warfare multiplayer on the Azir Cave. Some regular team deathmatch. I'm not really familiar with, how good I went in this match, but that's not the point of the video. Today's video, it's going to be actually about why I like Modern Warfare. Last video, I talked about why I didn't like the game, but today I'm going to be telling you guys why I like the game. So to start off, right off the bat, my first specific reason why I like this game is because, for one, it's boots on the ground. Back when it was Black Ops 3 and Advanced Warfare with the jumping movement and the jetpacks and so on and so forth. I did play those games, but it wasn't like my cup of tea, honestly, because for one, I don't know. I guess it's because when I first played Call of Duty, I played Black Ops 1, and it was boots on the ground. So when it came to, all this advanced jumping and all this boots on the ground, all this, like jetpack movement, it was just it was really off-putting. It took me a while to get used to those games before I actually started to show improvement in the game. But yeah, man, that's my first reason. I really like that the game is boots on the ground. To me, I don't know if you could say it made the game slower paced. In my opinion, I don't think so, because there was Black Ops 4 that was boots on the ground. Now it's very fast paced, but I just like that it's boots on the ground. You kind of know where people are at. You kind of get to determine and dictate where people are going to be, and to me, that's just good. Plus, it's not people jumping all over the place. And you're able to keep your aim steady. I feel like that was part of the hardest reasons why I didn't like, jetpacks and the advanced movement, was because it was really hard for me to stay on point in terms of my enemy, and it just really threw me off a lot. Number two, my reason number two is going to be the gun variety and the camos that are brought to the game. In my opinion, I think that this game has a very huge variety of weapons to choose from. If you go through the assault rifles and the SMGs and so on and so forth, to me, it's a good amount of weapons to play with. Especially because there's going to be DLC weapons coming as the game continues to grow and as people continue to, I guess you could say, adapt to the game. It hasn't been out for that long, but I like the gun variety. I like the amount of assault rifles that are in the game and the amount of SMGs that are in the game. I think it's a really good variety to choose from. And also the camos, man. I know the camos, the challenges they're pretty extensive in terms of what you have to do. But at first I didn't like it. But, as I continued to grind for camos and to get gold, it kind of made me realize, the more that you spend trying to get gold and as you try to get camos, I like the variety of the camos. The more you get to spend on a weapon and realize, you get to realize what you like and what you don't like in terms of what weapons to use. You might not like using assault rifles. You might not like using SMGs. You might not like using LMGs. And you might like using LMGs depending on what kind of player you are. But that's what I personally like about the game. I like the weapon variety and the camo variety. I think it's plenty to choose from and a lot of fun to do, which is to go for camos. My third thing that I really like about the game is the campaign. I personally, I love campaign. I don't know what it is. A lot of people, they might say different. A lot of people might agree with me, but I personally like campaign a lot. I love the story modes for some odd reason. I don't know. I like playing through the story and seeing the visuals and seeing the cutscenes that they provide during the campaigns. I think those are a lot of fun. I remember the first campaign I ever played was, it was Black Ops 1, obviously, but my most favorite one would have to be I think it was Modern Warfare 4 or Call of Duty 4. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but that was probably my most favorite one to play. I played that one like multiple times, because at the time I didn't have Wi-Fi. I had no idea what internet was or what Wi-Fi was. So all I would play was the campaign. I would play it all the time, and I got up to the point where I would play it on veteran. And to me, playing on veteran was a challenge at that time, and I would play it on veteran and play through it and try to beat it. And it was just, to me, it was just a lot of fun. It was a really big challenge, and it reminded me a lot of 007 on the N64, because I grew up playing Nintendo. So obviously I had James Bond or 007 for the N64, and if you ever played, James Bond on the N64, you go through missions with a pistol against people with like assault rifles and rocket launchers, and you take down the Russians, and you take down all kinds of like crazy people. So I think that's kind of why I like the campaign, just because it's kind of a nostalgic feeling for me, especially because it takes me back to the 007 days. But yeah, man, I like the campaigns. I like the campaign in this game. I thought it was really, really good. I still have yet to upload the full campaign series in this, onto my channel. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I do plan on getting to it very soon. Hopefully this week, we will be continuing with, I think it's mission 3 that I have to upload still, because I think I only uploaded about 2. I would have to double check, but yeah, guys. So, campaign, something I really like about the game. Now this next one, it's going to be something that it's going to be kind of controversial, because I kind of said I didn't like it in my last video, but I didn't like the audio for a specific reason, and that was because of the loud footsteps, and something that I didn't mention was the cues that the players give out, that your character gives out. Your character gives out a cue of whether it's reloading, or like it calls out like an enemy if it sees it, and it's cool. I like that because it's kind of like a realistic type of thing that I think developers are trying to go for in the game. But at the same time, I think it kind of really messed up. It messes up players, because it's like this game is so huge and the audio is so good in this game that when my player calls out, and they say, oh, excuse me. Like when my character calls out, enemy by the caves, or enemy at the edges of the caves, it's just like, oh shit, the enemy heard me, and I end up being killed. It doesn't happen all the time, but it happens, too many times. Too many times to say that it's a good thing. But yeah, so the audio is something I like. I don't know, like when I first played this game, like it was just really good, man. Really, really good. Like to the point where it kind of gave me anxiety, especially playing multiplayer. Like that's how good the audio is. I like it, but then I don't like it. So it's kind of like I have mixed feelings of the audio. I really like it, but I really wish that they would just downgrade the footsteps and calling out enemy positions, and letting the enemy team that you're reloading, and that you're in free kill. But other than that, they can keep everything else the same. I really like it. I like the audio. The audio from when the jets are flying over, or when you call in a VTOL, or you call in like an attack chopper. It's like it's so damn loud. It's hard for you to hear anything else in the game. Some people might not like it because they can't hear anything else, but me personally, I like it because it's like it brings a sense of realism to the game, and it kind of submerges you into the game to make it feel like you're actually in there. Especially if you're wearing like some headphones on, man. I'm telling you, to me, I think the devs or the developers, I think they did an awesome job in terms of audio. They just have to tone down the footsteps and maybe take away. Give us an option in the menu screen or the options menu to not have our character give out audio cues. That would be great. But other than that, I like the audio in the game. I think it's great. And me personally, I would like it to be in the next Call of Duty game that comes out. Now the last thing that I want to say that I'm gonna like about Modern Warfare, it's a potential like. It's not a set in stone like, or something that I know like I really like, because it hasn't even been announced yet for the game, which is Warzone. And if you don't know what Warzone is, it's the speculated battle royale mode that's supposed to be dropped for Modern Warfare sometime early this month. March is coming up in the next couple of days, and it's been speculated that Modern Warfare's Battle Royale is going to be released. So I'm pretty excited to see that. That's another thing that I'm going to like because I really enjoyed it in Black Ops 4. But I have nothing else to really say about it because it hasn't been announced yet. But yeah, man. So those are the 5 things that I like about Modern Warfare. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please like, subscribe, and comment on the video. I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, that's it. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.